You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Candy Candy. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. So today's anime review, we get to do another 70s anime for today's anime review, which is Candy Candy. Candy Candy is a Japanese historical romance novel manga and a classic anime series. The main character, Candice Candy White Ardley, is a blonde girl with freckles, large emerald green eyes, and long hair worn in pigtails and bows. Candy Candy first appeared in a prose novel by famed Japanese writer and manga artist Keiko Nagata under the pen name Kyoko Mizuki in April 1975, when Mizuki joins forces with the manga artist named Yumiko Igarashi. The Japanese magazine Nakayoshi became interested in Candy Candy. The series was serialized as a manga series in the magazine for 4 years and won first Kodansha Manga Award for Shoujo in 1977, around the same year as Lupin the Third, Red Jacket anime series, and Nobody's Boy Remi. The story was adapted into an anime series by Toei Animation. There's also 4 animated short films, which we'll get to in one moment. So, the Candy Candy manga and anime provides a story in the shoujo genre. However, Candy, an abandoned orphan taken in the orphanage Pony's home near Lake Michigan around the start of the 20th century, spent the first years of her life at the orphanage, to where she would often return to repose and decide her next course in life. When Annie, her best friend at the orphanage, was adopted, she would run outside crying and met briefly a boy who told her not to cry. Candy retained fond memories of the boy, and not knowing his name, remembered him as the Prince on the Hill. The boy will have a great influence and importance in her life later on. When she turned 12, Candy was taken in by the Lee Gun family as a companion for their daughter, the horrible daughter, Eliza, and her brother Neil. The Legans treated her poorly and eventually made Candy as a servant girl, because Eliza is such a bitch, that's why. When the Legan family accused Candy of stealing and sent her off to work in their family farm in Mexico, Candy was rescued from being sent to Mexico by William Adley, who's the sole heir of the very wealthy Adley family and the owner of the Adley estate. William Adley became Candy's adoptive father, but his true identity remained a mystery, and she would not meet him until the very end of the story. He was also the uncle of Candy's first love, Anthony Brown, and a relative of Anthony's cousins, the Cornwell brothers, Archibald Archie and Alistair or Steer, as well as the Legan children. Later on, Anthony died in a hunting accident when he was thrown off horseback. Thereafter, Candy, along with Archie and Steer and the Legan children, were sent to London to attend the prestigious St. Paul's College, a secondary school where she met the rebellious bad boy Terence Grantchester, or Terry Grantchester, the illegitimate child of the British Duke, with the American Broadway actress named Eleanor Baker. Candy once saw him crying on the same boat she was taken to London from America. Terry was her second and grand love. In the words of the author Keiko Nagata, Kyoko Mizuki, in the essays found on Mizuki's website, the great love that cannot bear fruit, circumstances divided the pair when Eliza Legan schemed to have Candy expelled from St. Paul's by manipulating them into a scandal. After the scandal, Terry left St. Paul's to protect Candy's reputation, but Candy also decided to leave. They would also both embark on their individual life journeys forward to the United States, where Candy trained to become a nurse in Chicago around the time of World War I, and Terry pursued a career as a rising star actor on Broadway in New York. An actress in the theater troupe, Susanna became attracted to Terry and believed she loved him. During a rehearsal session, an accident occurred and Susanna saved Terry's life, but in the process became disabled. Her injury destroyed her acting career. Her mother demanded that Terry takes care of her for the rest of her life. Susanna herself became depressed and attempted to commit suicide. Knowing that Terry loved Candy and did not love her, feeling responsibly. Well, Terry was torn between reuniting with Candy and his duty to care for Susanna. When Candy discovered what happened, she decided to sacrifice her own happiness and left Terry so Terry could remain with Susanna. Even though that Terry did not love Susanna and was deeply in love with Candy as always. Afterwards, Candy returned to Chicago, which is in the Midwest, to continue her life. By chance, she became the nurse and caretaker to Albert, who lost his memories after a World War I related bomb explosion on the train in Italy. Albert ultimately regained his memories and revealed his true identity to Candy. At the end of the story, Candy discovered that he was the prince on the hill. In Italy, however, the anime's ending was changed, and Andy and Terry meet again at the train station, deciding to stay together. There were some plot and character differences between the manga and the anime, however. Candy's age was different from several events when she grew up at Pony's home, but in the manga she was 6 or 7 years old, however, when she met her prince on of the hill, but she was 10 in the anime. Her sidekick pet raccoon, Clint belongs slowly to the anime version. Yeah. So this anime, after the manga had become popular among Japanese girls, an anime series was produced for NET, now known as TV Asahi, in 1976. The anime has consisted over 115 episodes, which run for 25 minutes each. Although Candy Candy was an anime, it contained some soap opera elements, and it had a story like many other anime series. This almost could almost have a popularity towards Sailor Moon to its day. So every chapter began left off where the last chapter have left off. There are also 4 animated short films: Candy Candy 1977, Candy Candy The Call of Spring / the May Festival in 1978, and Candy Candy's Summer Vacation in 1978, and Candy Candy the movie, the 1992 anime movie, which was released in 1992, around the same year as the Sailor Moon anime series. In 1981, there was also the Korean live-action adaptation of the manga and anime produced by Chuji Choi. How you expect, it just presents how it is, what it is. Yeah, because Candy Candy is your typical 70s shoujo romantic anime that has some soap opera elements, how it's expected in the anime. Because this anime almost has to the extent of Nobody's Boy Remi to TMS Entertainment anime from 1977 and Heidi Girl of the Alps as well. Kyoko Mizuki's the pen name of Keiko Nagata. Candy Candy novel consisting of 3 volumes has piqued the interest of Candy Candy fans outside Japan for some years. The novel was only available in Japan, but it was published in Japanese. Of particular interest in the 3rd volume, which covers the period after the events chronicled in the manga and anime. The novels have been translated in their entirety by Western fans, but the translations confirmed that, true to her artistic form, Kyoko Mizuki did not provide concentrate closure to the story. Yet, in the last letter that closed out the novel, Candy was still an optimistic, life-loving, and cheerful heroine, as what how it is what it is. If you want to discuss about 70s anime, like I said, Candy Candy is your typical anime, and also the releases between the lawsuits and all, but including the T-shirt scandal, because between 1998 and 2001, three lawsuits were settled between Kyoko Mizuki, Yumiko Igarashi, and Toei Animation over the ownership of the Candy Candy copyrights. In the 2000s, Candy Candy episodes were begun to sold on bootleg DVD format as the legal lawsuits between the authors halted any production of licensed goods. In 2005 and 2006, illegal unlicensed candy box sets began to appear, the first being from France, including the French and Japanese dialogue. The two Korean box sets are now out of stock. They include the Japanese and Korean dialogue with Korean subtitles. 20 discs altogether are divided into two box sets and available from Hans Books and Senesian. Prior to the release, illegal unlicensed Spanish DVD sets with poor audio and video were widely available. How it is what it is. The illegal unlicensed DVD set is issued in both Mandarin and Japanese with Chinese, English, and Korean subtitles on as how it is when it comes to. And also, there was an English dub back in the 1980s. ZIV Entertainment, who brought out Captain Harlock, Guy King, Starzinger, and other animes in the 80s, acquired to the U.S. rights to the series. The first episodes were dubbed in English with a new theme song and a score created by in-house composer Mark Mercury. This was also condensed into a straight-to-video production released on video in 1981 by Media Home Entertainment and then by Family Home Entertainment. If it is unknown if more episodes were dubbed for the American market, but none of these have been subsequently reissued. Yeah, because Candy Candy is your typical 70s romantic anime with some soap opera elements. This could have almost become another generation to Sailor Moon to its day if it wasn't for, if you want to explain about some 70s anime, because this anime, Candy Candy, almost has to the extent end of Nobody's Boy Remi, 1978 anime from TMS Entertainment as well. Around the same 70s anime period, that's how it goes. Even though this anime is starting to become the pinnacle to 70s shoujo anime, and there's also two theme songs in the Italian version of Candy Candy, one including the Cristina Divana as Dolce Candy, and then in the early 80s as the song Candy Candy, performed by Rocking Horse, also known as Super Robots, with Douglas Meakin on there, which is only the Italian version when it has its popularity in Italy during the 80s. Yeah, the merchandise of the anime, like the illegal t-shirt one, has no permission from Toei Animation or the manga creator, including those lawsuits, as it was to using images with infringing on t-shirts in the market is how it is for when it comes to talking about some animes about acquiring for that. But yeah, which is a long story, that's why. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Candy Candy the first time. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts about it. I really enjoyed this 70s shoujo anime classic, because this has to the extent of Nobody's Boy Remi anime, because I've had to rewatch this anime twice. That's why. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. Share this video on our Twitter, Facebook. If you have a Twitter and Facebook account, be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave it in the comments section below in this video if you like as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RurouniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Click on my notifications bell button by clicking on the notifications bell button on this video. And keep it otaku for this anime review on Candy Candy for the first time, because I had to do another 70s anime review, I guess. Oh, and I got one more thing for the next upcoming anime review, for my next anime review. Stay tuned for my next anime review, because I haven't done another anime review, because we're going to be for my next anime review on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. Stay tuned for my next anime review on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, because you won't want to miss it.